Hello, everyone. I am Lynn, Dream Girl Writer, and coming to you today with a message that I consider both a revelation and a confession. And that is, I am in the business of love, and the only product of this business, or the only offering of this business, is me. And while that may sound either trite or airy-fairy, let me explain. After all these years of putting out there in different endeavors, so to speak, having different businesses, being a teacher, being a professional in different fields, and having work that consumes my time and energies, as well as being very creative most of the time, most of my life, both in terms of birthing three children and helping to take care of a large family with five grandchildren, as well as writing music, writing books, um, being a dream girl, and keeping a journal of all my dreams for the last 13 years or so. So, all of that doing has brought me to the only reason that I'm here is to be. And the only real message that I have behind all of that other stuff, or the real service that I can offer the world for the benefit of all, is love. And if I reduce everything, all of my decisions in life, down to those two things, all I have to do is be, and all I have to offer is love, then it really is revolutionary. And that's why I'm offering it to you as a revelation. It's a revolutionary thought to me. And I have been undergoing this transformation or this transition into this state of awareness for maybe about a year and a half. Of course, all of my life has contributed to it, all the events and the ahas and the revelations and epiphanies of my entire life have led me to this point. But it's almost like it's gotten distilled within me in the last year and a half to 2 years, to the point, to like its focal point, if you will, or its origin, its point of origin is like I can just open up to what is and simply merge myself in the flow of things and know that everything will be all right and that I have all that I need. And in practical terms, what that means is that I can let go of any concrete plans engraved in stone that I feel like I have to have or have to do in order to fulfill my life's purpose, as well as I can embrace the things that come to me that were uninvited and at first might feel like they're um, undeserving. And both of those things are so liberating and they're so simplifying. It gets you back, or it gets me back, to where I was as a child. And I remember being very free spirited, very almost meditative at some times, and then at other times, just running around like a whirling dervish, which, of course, if you know children at all, if you remember how you were as a child, that's pretty much the MO, you know. But I I think that the real reason that I wanted to share this with you is that sometimes things are so simple and so obvious that we really just disregard them as unimportant. Case in point, when you see something for sale that you want or need, and you're looking at the value, comparing the value of this particular product with some other product, then you're going to, look if it's a technical thing or a mechanical thing, you're going to look at the specs of it and you're going to consider the long lasting features of it and the functionality of it. And if it happens to be a service like to be given to you, like counseling, or um, you're buying a book or a subscription to something, then you're going to be comparing other people who offer the same thing to that. And that's all well and good because we're a consumer society, and in this Western world, that's mostly how we do make our choices about what we have and the services that we employ. But it, we also have a tendency to turn that around on ourselves. And the shadow of that, if you will, the downside of that is that we're always comparing ourselves to something else or someone else. We're always comparing ourselves to our past. We're always comparing ourselves to our future. What are we going to do now in order to have more, to be more, to love more, to own more in the future, to take care of ourselves more or better in the future? And how did we fail in the past, and how is that going to affect our decisions now? And in the outside world, in the world of our buying and selling and housing ourselves and feeding ourselves, those kinds of comparisons and decisions are very viable and valuable. But when we get into our own world, into the world of us, into our own individual inner yearnings and gifts, as well as to how we can interact better, use those gifts, share them with the people around us, then we need a different lens. We need a softer, gentler, and kinder lens. And in my seventh decade, I can tell you that I have been gone from the depths of despair and ground zero and feeling broken and unwanted, all the way to feeling like I was pretty much on top of my game, if you will, or on top of what I wanted in life and totally satisfied. And then everywhere in between, of course. And that's how the world outside works. There's a full spectrum. But inside, because we come from this pure source of divinity, if you will, we are always thinking of, there is no way to compare if we are thinking of some kind of comparison to that. There is no comparison. We are unable to find anything else that we want more than just to be held in the arms of our mother, so to speak, of the universe, of the world, to be loved simply for who we are without doing anything else in this life. And that's what it means to be in the business of love. And that's what I mean by saying that my only product in this business, my only offering of this business is me. Because the business of life, when you get to the center of it, to the most distilled, ethereal quintessence of it, then it's just love. Then we are love. And all we have done in this life, even if it was seen by ourselves or others as wrong or bad or guilty or shameful, we were really just trying to get back to love. So I invite you to join me in the business of love. I invite you to join me in offering yourself, offering what individual gifts you do have that allow you to go within and see the whole of you, which is the whole of us. And I hope there was something useful and or practical in here, but I offer this just the same because when one finds love, one wants to shout it from the rooftops. And truly, I do want everyone in this world to know true love because I know it myself and I know how good it feels. Thank you for listening. Bye for now. Thank you.